It's over for Lil Durk. He ain't never coming home. The Fed just dropped some more evidence that's going to finally put the nail in his coffin. See, at first, everyone was happy as hell when they heard the news that Lil Durk lawyers filed a motion to dismiss the case. Everyone was jubilant. Everyone was optimistic. Everybody shared the same sentiment that it's a possibility that Lil Durk could potentially be coming home. But the celebrations were short-lived after the Fed struck back. Not only did they drop receipts showing that Lil Durk is guilty, they done dropped text messages, they done dropped voice recordings, and it's clear as day that a couple of OTF members done turned state. Them niggas snitching their ass off, cause they just got too much evidence against Lil Durk. And the saddest thing about this case, the more evidence the feds drop, the more bodies everybody's pinning on Lil Durk. Cause I'm gonna be honest, Lil Durk lawyers keep calling the feds bluff. They keep saying they ain't got no evidence. They keep saying where's the proof. And every time Lil Durk lawyers do that, the feds drop more evidence. And it got everybody looking at Lil Durk like he crazy. Cause this latest set of evidence they dropped, they are accusing Lil Durk of putting hits out on O-Block members for refusing to retaliate for King Von's death. Now, if that ain't a dicey situation, I don't know what the hell is. I'm reading these paperwork, I'm looking at the evidence against Lil Durk, and I can't help but to think Lil Durk is a madman. He's crazy as hell. Ever since King Von died, it seemed like Lil Durk done lost his damn mind. It seemed like he became obsessed with revenge. He became obsessed with Quando Rondo. He been reading them YouTube comments slide for King Von, and it really fucked with his head. It really fucked with his mental. Lil Durk is a grown man, Grammy nominated, beautiful wife, beautiful kids, and you gonna risk it all because King Von got his ass killed. That is crazy. Now I know the streets always gotta say, if your homie fall down, you gotta ride for him, but not Lil Durk. All them niggas in O-Block that King Von gave a chain to, they should be sliding for King Von. Not Lil Durk. That's not Lil Durk's job. So Lil Durk should have did what I told him to do. The moment King Von died, Lil Durk should have held a press conference condemning King Von's actions. He should have said he was sad that he lost a great friend. He was sad that he lost a great artist, but King Von played a role in his own demise by putting his hands on Quando Rondo. And Lil Durk should have said, I'm going to pray for justice and I'm going to leave it in God's hand, but I encourage everybody, do not retaliate. I'm an artist, I got fans, I got family depending on me, and those are the people that means the most to me, not some silly revenge game that the internet is trying to pin on me. That's what Lil Durk should have did, but Lil Durk did the opposite. He started rapping more aggressive. He started rapping about revenge, sliding on the ops. He started reading them YouTube comments, and he let everybody trick him off his spot. And now he's sitting in jail facing federal murder for hire, and he realizing this shit ain't even worth it. Yeah, King Von was my homie. Yeah, I loved him, but I'd rather be in that bed with India than sit behind bars. That's the mindset Lil Durk should have did, but he wasn't a leader. It seemed like he let people control his mind that was around him, and he wasn't no stand-up nigga when it came to the King Von situation. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, guys, the feds dropped some evidence proving that Lil Durk was putting hits out on O-Block members for refusing to retaliate for King Von, and I'm gonna read the paperwork to you guys now. So pay very close attention, because this shit is very crazy. Let's go. Boom! This what the paperwork say. Evidence that defendant Banks and others involved in the murder of SR sought to exact revenge on another rival of defendant Banks at defendant Banks' direction, specifically in April 2023. Text messages by and between defendant Banks and OTF members, including defendant DeAndre Wilson, Antonio Jones, aka Bunamo, and PWI, showed defendant Banks' feud with O-Block member Mona Duke over defendant Banks' belief that O-Block members were not properly retaliating for Bennett's death. Now that's very interesting, because they saying that Lil Durk had a feud with Mona Duke over King Von's death. Lil Durk felt like O-Block members wasn't really riding for King Von. He felt like they didn't do enough, so that kind of angered Lil Durk, and he put hits on all them niggas. Now his feud with Mona Duke is very interesting, because you guys remember Lil Durk has a brother named D-Thang, and the moment D-Thang was shot and killed at a club, O-Block member Mona Duke started dating his baby mom. He got her pregnant, and they was a whole family. So Lil Durk and Mona Duke actually have close ties with each other. But according to this document, Lil Durk wanted him dead for not riding on King Von. But let's continue reading. In the thread, defendant bank state, I'm finna pipe it up, to which Booty Mo responds, blood is green light. Getting shit together now, no phones. As set forth in Cooperator Discovery produced to you, the government expects PWI will testify that, in response to defendant bank's direction to exact revenge on O Block members, PWI and Booty Mo purchased a vehicle with funds from defendant banks to travel to O Block and kill whatever O Block members they could find. PWI is also expected to testify that PWI will have been expected to be paid by defendant banks for anyone the conspirator killed, but that the conspirator did not go through with the plan because of police presence in O Block. So yeah, they got an OTL member turning state. He's snitching on Lil Durk. He cooperating with the police. He finna get on the stand and testify this. Yes, I was looking to kill O Block members. Yes, Lil Durk supplied the vehicle for me. Yes, Lil Durk was gonna pay me, but I didn't go through with the plan because the police was in O Block. So it's not looking good for Lil Durk, man. It's over with. That's the evidence the police need. Conspiracy to commit murder. So it kind of seemed like Lil Durk was just dropping bags on everybody. It kind of seemed like Lil Durk was surrounded by violence and he became obsessed with getting everybody gone he saw fit. But anyway, let's continue reading. Evidence that defendant banks and other OTF members involved in the murder of SR discussed violence against another rival of defendant banks at defendant banks' direction. Specifically, in April 2023 text message thread between defendant banks, defendant Wilson, Booty Mo, and Devontae Collar, aka Zoo, where defendant banks sends a screenshot of an Instagram message he sent to Richard Ramsey that says, I got them hunting you up. Ads better have 3 ski masks on. So yeah, man, the feds is showing that Lil Durk was using his money. He was using his influence. He was using his power to get everybody out the way, including Lil Bob, including Mona Duke, and including Stephon Mack and other O Block members. Now, what's interesting about the Mona Duke situation, yes, he has close ties to Lil Durk. Yes, they had beef. And where's Mona Duke at right now? He's dead. He was shot and killed. So now the internet is doing their detective work. The internet is putting pieces together, and they saying it's possible that Lil Durk could be behind Mona Duke getting shot and killed. That's what the internet is saying. That's what the streets is saying. Now, Lil Durk is behind bars, and instead of acting like an innocent man, instead of showing faith in the justice system, Lil Durk been wilding. Because you remember when he first got locked up, the police say he was abusing phone privileges. He was using other people's PIN code to make phone calls. He was witness tampering. But this latest news they saying might just turns everything upside down. Because the feds is saying they want an anonymous jury because they fear that Lil Durk has been witness tampering. They saying they found Lil Durk with an Apple Watch in his cell. And when they tried to confiscate it from him, he tried to destroy it. Now, if he didn't successfully destroy that Apple Watch, I want to know what type of evidence they gonna find in there. Because you got to think about it. You in jail. You got the Apple Watch hidden. You making phone calls. You sending out text messages. You trying to get a hold of witnesses. You trying to have them change their story. If the police confiscate your watch, I want to know what type of messages they gonna find in there. Because I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be good. I'm pretty sure Lil Durk knows that, damn, if they catch me with this watch, I'm gone. So let me try to destroy it. Did he try to throw it down? Did he try to hit it? Did he try to stomp on it? He tried to do something, and it's not really looking good for Lil Durk. Let's read this article right now. This is what it say. Lil Durk accused of hiding and breaking Apple Watch in jail before trial. Lil Durk is facing new allegations that the prosecutors claimed he was caught with an Apple Watch while in jail and tried to destroy it to obstruct the investigation. The revelation came to light in a motion filed on October 6th as part of the rapper's ongoing murder for hire case. According to court documents, federal prosecutors are requesting an anonymous jury for the upcoming trial, citing concerns over witness tampering and the recent incident involving the device. In late August 2025, BOP officials seized the Apple Watch with cellular capability from defendant, the motion reads. Even more troubling is Banks' conduct after he was caught. Rather than accept responsibility for this violation, the defendant allegedly obstructed the investigation by attempting to damage and destroy the communication device. The rapper, whose real name is Durk Banks, is currently held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Los Angeles. This is not the first time he's been accused of violating communication rules. Last December, authorities said Durk made unauthorized three-way calls while detained. Durk is awaiting trial in connection to allegations that he hired 5 Chicago men to travel to California and kill Quando Rondo in retaliation for the 2020 murder of King Von, a close friend and collaborator. During a failed attempt in 2022, Quando's cousin Savia Robinson was fatally shot instead. The trial is set to begin on January 6, 2026, as prosecutors push for tighter security measures and amid growing concerns over potential interference. Durk's legal team has yet to issue a public statement regarding the Apple Watch allegations. Damn! Yo, so it seems like Lil Durk is trying to use his influence, man. And it's sad, man, that I think this might be the end of Lil Durk, bro. I think he's going to be found guilty. I think he's going to get life in prison. And this just shows to you, man, hey, man, that street life ain't really worth it. It's good when you get money. It's good when you can move around. But the moment you get locked up, you see who really for you. Your friends is turned on you for a lighter sentence. Somebody that you consider a close friend or close associate is going to go on that stand and testify that you was trying to pay him money to kill O-Block members. That is crazy, man. And they also said, remember when Quando Rondo was shot in Georgia at a gas station? They also trying to say that Lil Durk was behind that. So it seemed like Lil Durk was trying to hunt Quando Rondo down to get revenge, and it just failed, man. Now you got people turning state on you. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts about this whole situation. I want to know how you guys feel about it. Leave a comment, share this video. I love you guys. Peace.